NFL superstar Stefan Diggs reportedly welcomed 4 children with 4 different women in a single calendar year, 2025, and the internet is confused about why nobody is mad. Rapper Cameron went viral yesterday for asking a brutal question. If these women are happy sharing one high-value man, why are you judging? This isn't just celebrity gossip. It is a textbook example of a biological algorithm called the Polygyny threshold model. Most people think monogamy is the default, but evolutionary psychology suggests that for women, sharing a king is often preferable to owning a peasant. Welcome to Sticky Psyche. Subscribe now as we decode the hidden laws of human nature that society tries to ignore. Let's look at the data. Stefan Diggs now has 6 children, with the latest 4 arriving in rapid succession from different mothers, including a child with Cardi B. Cameron observed that despite the chaos of babies coming after babies, the women involved appear to be cooperating rather than fighting. He stated, "Everybody's getting along. If Cardi B is accepting another 3-4 children on the way, who are you to be questioning me?" The public reaction has been split between moral outrage and confusion. How can modern, successful women agree to this arrangement? The answer lies in a calculation your brain makes without your permission. In 1969, ecologist Gordon Orions proposed the polygyny threshold model to explain mating behaviors in nature. The model predicts that a female will choose to be the second or third mate of a male with massive resources rather than the only mate of a male with few resources. Think of it as a pie chart. Would you rather have 100% of a tiny cupcake or 20% of a multi-tiered wedding cake? If the wedding cake, the high-status male, is large enough, that 20% slice still offers more survival value in terms of money, status, and genetic quality than the whole cupcake. Stefan Diggs is an NFL star earning millions with elite genetic fitness and global fame. Evolutionarily, his territory is so rich that sharing it yields a higher payoff than monopolizing a territory with 0 resources. This brings us to hypergamy, the cross-cultural tendency for women to seek partners of equal or higher socioeconomic status. In a prehistoric tribe, a high-status male offered protection and food security. Today, that translates to lifestyle, access, and clout. When the gap between the top men and average men becomes extreme, like in modern income inequality, hypergamy goes into overdrive. Sociologists call this the Gini coefficient of mating. As a small percentage of men hoard the majority of the status, women crowd into that top tier. The result is what we see with Diggs, a modern harem formed not by force, but by voluntary choice. These women aren't settling for sharing, they are maximizing their returns in a winner-take-all market. Cameron's defense of Diggs highlights a crucial point: peace. He noted that the women are getting along, which implies a stable dominance hierarchy. In evolutionary terms, this is strategic pluralism. Women constantly trade off between good genes and good dads. Usually, you have to pick one, but a man like Diggs offers such an abundance of resources that he breaks the trade-off. He can provide good genes as an NFL athlete and enough financial support to cover the good dad resource requirements even if he isn't physically present 24/7. The women aren't being tricked, they are executing a high-stakes reproductive strategy. They secure elite genetics for their offspring and financial security, trading away only the exclusive time component. Why do men like Diggs facilitate this? From a biological standpoint, a male's reproductive success is limited only by the number of fertile partners he can access. For 99% of men, monogamy is the necessary social contract to secure one partner. But for the top 0.1% of men, the superstimuli, the cost of monogamy is high because their options are effectively infinite. Cameron's commentary reveals the manosphere admiration for this. It represents the ultimate male fantasy of unrestricted reproductive access without the penalty of social conflict. He specifically compared Diggs to a general managing his troops, a classic status signal. But there's a catch. While Cameron praises the piece, the polygyny threshold model has a breaking point. It works only as long as the resources keep flowing. Diggs is currently facing a paternity suit and the immense financial pressure of supporting 6 children across multiple households. Historically, harems collapse when the male loses his status or resources. If the NFL checks stop, the 20% slice of the cake suddenly becomes a crumb. This is why this strategy is so rare and risky. It requires maintaining peak performance forever. For the average man watching this, the lesson isn't to try to be Stefan Diggs. The lesson is to understand that attraction is not fair, it is functional. We like to believe romance is about soulmates and destiny, but the data shows it is often a ruthless market of supply and demand. Stefan Diggs is an outlier case that exposes the raw code of our biology. Status attracts, resources compensate for non-exclusivity, and women will share a winner rather than own a loser. If this analysis opened your eyes to the harsh truths of dating psychology, hit that like button. We don't tell you what you want to hear, we tell you what the data says. This is Sticky Psyche. Subscribe for more deep dives into the dark side of human nature.